For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on the Kampa Studland 8 Air. So it's a model that carries on from 2016 into 2017 season, but there are a few little tweaks. They do this exact model again, size-wise, pretty much everything feature-wise, just in polycotton. So if you want the joys of the breathable fabric, admittedly it's a bit more heavier and it's more meant probably if you're going across to Europe, whereas for the UK, something like this is perfect. So the joys of the Studland is it's an 8-berth, so you've got 6 people sleep at the back with an extra 2-berth in the bedroom to go in the living area, which you can put up and down at your own sort of discretion really. New tweaks really for the 2017 model, they've changed the guy rope system. So this is actually something they've taken off their caravan awnings and something that's worked really well there. So the whole point of it is to make it quicker and easier to pitch. So the point being is you peg the bottom pegging point and the guy rope out in one single point with the adjustable strap here. So it's always a set distance away, but you can also tension it as you please. So it's a really nice, quite sort of easy-going system. They've also basically changed the way they actually help you pitch it as well. So not only with the guy ropes, but on the main 4 corners, there's almost like a webbing strap, color coordinated. So in the instructions, it's a bit more simpler and easy to understand if you haven't seen the pitching video we do on this. So there is, like I said, a pitching video we've done on this. You can see how long it took me. It was about 10 minutes. So it's very nice, easy, and certainly one person pitching it makes a huge difference. You've got the rain-safe canopy door on this side over here. So you can enter and exit if you don't want to go through the main body tent without having the rain come in. Again, there's a mesh door on this side as well as the other. So the joys of that is if you want a good circulation of air without suddenly a short, sharp shower, suddenly going inside the tent, ideal. You've got lovely big PVC windows throughout it, and you're in a new sort of neat little mesh panel which is sort of just unique to the Studland, same with the Classic, but I've also got a review video on the Classic which if you are sort of tossing and turning between which one to go for, check that out and I sort of explain the pros and cons of the polycotton material. So the polyester material you've got here is actually Kampa's Pro fabric, so it's 150 denier, 6,000mm hydrostatic head, so it's more than happy for anything the British weather is going to throw at it. You've got a really nice system on the door where you've got sort of 3 positions, so you can have it completely open like an open canopy, alternatively have it sort of as 2 other set positions. Small ventilation panels are numerously around the tent, yet again to help a circulation of air to combat condensation. Another major tweak they've actually changed for the 2017 season is there's now a zip positioned on the very front. The purpose of this is that it's now actually making an inflatable canopy, so if you wanted to make it bigger, you can do. So it's a new thing for the 2017 season. One thing Kampa like to do is obviously offer their storm strap system on their models. So you've got 2 nice heavy-duty awning type storm straps on the front and then 2 on the back to give that real tension in the roof and get it looking nice and crisp as I've got it here. But we'll go through a few more of the features on the inside, so let's have a little look. So now we're inside the Studland, the first thing you can see also is the 3 main areas you have inside the tent. So you've got the nice big wide canopy area, your main living area, and then your sleeping area out the back. So the joys of the canopy area, obviously it's really nice and wide. You've got curtains and lovely big PVC windows so you can get plenty of light, but also the privacy when you want to. You've also got obviously the front door, like I said, on the outside can be put into multiple positions, or you can sort of roll it all the way back to have it as almost like an open canopy rather than closed. There's a ground sheet supplied for this area. Personally, my opinion is you probably wouldn't put it down, mainly because you have this nice big door open, leave the ground sheet out, the rain, if it rains, soaks into the ground, doesn't actually collect and sort of create like a little bathtub. So for me, I think that's probably a key thing I would do. I mean, you can obviously put it down and have it nice and closed there if you want to store things in here. Other things in the canopy section, you've got these lovely mesh panels just above the PVC windows. So the purpose of it is you get good circulation of air, and it's something you've got on both sides as well, and also you've got 2 more inside the living area. So a really nice feature, it's one of my personal favourite features about the Studland. Another one of my favourite features about the Studland is the flat door. So you've basically got no lip between the canopy area and the main living area, so you haven't got your kids coming in, tripping and going flying like Superman in sort of the canopy area. Certainly we see it a lot in the shop where, you know, obviously when you're about this tall, getting it that far is not really the best. So that's a really good feature on the Studland model. The Studland actually is very versatile, so the point is you can actually zip this partition door between the canopy area and the main living area completely back and have it as one big nice open area really. So by sort of zipping it along the back bottom and then zip it along the top, it just tends to open the tent up completely. So you've got a 2-berth inner bedroom here, which again I would personally put up for the evening use only. Sleep your 2 people inside of there, but more importantly take it down during the daytime, move all of your cabin equipment into the back bedrooms just to utilise the internal space, because I mean that's a quarter of your living area, and certainly when it's chucking down with rain, space is a premium. A new modification to 2017 is there's now a mesh door on this 2-berth inner bedroom, which I think is a really nice thing, because yet again if you've got dogs or something like that, you can put them in there, mesh door, so they've got good circulation, not necessarily enclosed in, but they're not going to escape. So now we've sort of actually put the bedroom down, you can get a bit more of a better view of the tent. The joys of the Studland over something like the Croyd, which Kampa also do, is the sheer amount of height you get inside of it. I mean, I'm about 6'2", 6'3", and in the Croyd I am struggling for headroom. Immediately in the sort of the main middle, it's not a problem, but it's when you get to the corners, that's where you have to stoop down, and certainly when you have them sort of pitched next to each other, you can see quite a massive difference. Mainly the pitch of the roof, but also the size. So I think really my opinion for something that's sort of similar sized, I would pay the extra, go for the Studland. The inner bedroom as well is included, so it's like I said, it sleeps 8, where the Croyd it's 6 and you have to buy the inner extra. So for me, yeah, again, Studland's really the one to go for the mesh panels and things like that as well. But check out the review video on the Croyd if you are sort of debating whether it's worth spending that extra bit of money and what you're lacking. Joys obviously of the living area, decent amount of room, plenty of light through the windows, but all the windows you've got curtains to get your privacy as well. So again, it's going to help you not necessarily get up too early in the morning by having it all shut up. You've got 2 doors either side here, mesh on both of them, so you can get, like I said, a good circulation of air, and that's your rain-safe canopy door, which is showing you on the outside. So you've got 2 there, and then 6 at the back. So there have been a few tweaks, like I said, on the outside for the 2017 season in comparison to last year's model. One of them, which I think is quite a nice little major one as well, is the zip runs all the way along the bottom on the dividers now. So previous years it went across and down, but not on the bottom, so you can still chuck your hand underneath. Now it runs all the way along the bottom, so it's completely separate. So it feels like 3 lots of 2-berth inner bedrooms. So loads of height, like I said, not only in the bedroom, so you can get changed when you want to as well. So you're not sort of crouched down, and certainly some tents in comparison sort of bow down, and you can't really stand up inside of here. The depth of the bedroom is actually quite bigger than you normally would find with other competitive models. Mainly what you're allowed to do is you can actually fit almost like a camp bed in there and don't have to worry about the depth. One thing again that's made a massive improvement sort of for the 2017 season is something they've introduced called the Kampa Sabre Flex Light. So it's a LED flexible little strip light, which is sort of taken sort of similarly from their caravan awnings, but they've made one for Tent Pacific. So just above me here on the beam, you've got a Velcro sort of part which you can stick the Sabre light into, and then it just shines light down. So it's brilliant. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beams where you can put it onto. So as an optional extra, it's a cracking bit of kit. You've got Velcro tabs here as well, so you can actually quite happily put the cable down to your cable entry points. So you've got where you've got electric hookup, pop them in there, keep it inside. Doesn't mean the sort of door has to be left open the whole time for your electric. You've still got a benefit of storage pockets along the front, and then again inside here there's a couple just along the side which you can put sort of torches, keys, and keep it all sort of neat and tidy. In essence, really a really nice model. Like I said, I do think about things with the new sort of pegging system on the outside and the colour coordinating on the inners on the inside. Personally, when you get the tent, I tend to leave these in just because it's quicker and easier, and providing you use our packing method we do, you shouldn't have another problem getting it away. We do have a little tips on that. We do a sort of a tutorial packing video, which is worth checking out if you're really looking to how to get something like this in the bag with room to spare. In essence, the Studland's a really nice model. We do obviously have the classic version, which is the polycot material, which is certainly worth a consideration if you're going to sort of continental Europe, or even in the UK with the breathability factor. It makes it seem a lot cooler inside. Have a look at our review video for that one as well, and go, it's like I said, same size tent, just with the different in the material. But in essence, good positive model Studland. Like I said, if you are debating between the Croydon Studland, personally, spend a little bit more and just benefit from all the extra space and the headroom. I think it's something you wouldn't regret doing. But like I said, pack size are not too different either. But positive model, some really nice features as well in this particular one. But in essence, yeah, that is the Kampa Studland 8 Air.